All right, so last book I'm going to do is Invincible Iron Man number 10. This
Okay.
is the issue. This is when it
Okay.
happens. For people in the know that have been keeping up with what's going on right now, this is the book where Emma Frost and Tony Stark get married. I'm gonna give you the whole picture because this is just the second half of the book. First half of the book is Iron Man number 10. First half was like X-Men 26, I think. But that's the full picture. So yes, this is the book where they do get married. They get married in this book. So let's get to it, see what we got. All right, so book starts off with Rhodey in a Texas prison. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up with Iron Man stories in a while. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, he's been framed for murder, something to do with Fall of X, but like that. But anyway, he said he's getting a phone call from Tony Stark. Tony Stark, meanwhile, is at the Hellfire Club with some groupies, I guess. And he basically tells a story about him and Obadiah Stane. He like, so I tell Stane, believe me, the only thing that's hard right now is this suit of armor. Now, I don't know what story he was telling, but we're going to find out about that later on. But anyway, he gets a phone call, and he's basically saying, you're getting a phone call from Rhodey. So he calls Rhodey. He's telling Rhodey, just chill out in jail. Don't worry. I'm working on it to get you out of jail right now. He was like, well, what you call me for? You're like, well, you call me. And then they realize they've been set up, and Rhodey looks around, and all the dudes in the yard stand up, and they're looking right at him. He's like, okay, Tony, this ain't good. And Tony's like, okay. That's when he sees Fee Long, and he realized what's going on right now. Fee Long just came in just at the right time so he can look at Tony while his best friend is about to get murdered on the phone. So he was like, hang up, Rhodey. You need both hands to take care of this while I go take care of this guy. So Rhodey starts fighting these guys before they can take him out, but the whole yard, so they can't take him out. So, and while he's going over there to Fei Long, Kingpin stops him. And Kingpin's just like, it's done. They're like, what's done? That deal we were talking about, it's done. So when we go back to Rhodey, all of a sudden, Sandman pops up and starts beating the shit out of everybody. And not only Sandman pops up, the Living Laser pops up. So Sandman and the Living Laser are both on Kingpin's payroll, and they've been paid to keep Rhodey alive while he's in jail. And meanwhile, the guard or the warden or whatever like that, he was like, sorry, sir, it didn't happen. So when he says that, feeling like, fuck. So because he's the one that hired those guys to kill Rhodey. So he's like, okay, don't worry. Tony won this round, but we're going to get him again. He's talking to Kingpin because he wants to thank Kingpin for setting up the deal to send Sandman and Living Laser to their jail. But he was like, but what the hell is Fee Long doing here? I want Fee Long out of here right now before my assistant get here. Because my assistant get here, she's going to throw a fit. And his assistant shows up because we know it's Emma Frost in disguise. And she's just like, oh, shit, I'm about to kill him. So he realized what's going on. So he got to grab him because if she kills him now, he won't be able to get the information he needs out of his head to like rebuild his Iron Man suits and shit like that. So then it's the same scene that we got in the last X-Men book. Emma Frost's like, okay, Kitty, we'll go with you because we need to find out information on Cyclops. Let me go tell Tony where I'm going, and then we'll leave. So she goes in the back to the Hellfire Club, walks around, and while she's looking for Tony, that's when she sees Fee Long, the dude behind the Orchis that killed everybody, which she didn't even know was a Hellfire member. So she starts going like Kill Bill when she had like the red glowing eyes and shit like that. Like, okay, I'm about to off this motherfucker right now. I don't care what's going on. But before she does it, Tony grabs and takes to the next room. And Tony tells her, like, you can't kill this guy right now. I need more information from him. He still has my designs on my Iron Man armor. I need him. So, and plus, even if you do kill him right now, there's going to be Iron Man Sentinels on this base right now that will kill you before you can even make it out the room. And she's like, Tony, stand on my way, or I'm going to make you move. And she's like, don't try to touch my mind. They're like, oh, I'm not going to touch your mind. And then she kicks him in the nuts, you know. And that's when Phelon walks in the room, like, what are y'all doing in here? And Tony's just like, what I was trying to propose to her, you know, kind of throw him off the track about what's going on. He's like, will you marry me? And then she just tell Kitty, I won't be able to make it till you find Cyclops. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm on my own. So he can propose to boy, but Emma Frost just like, Tony, let me kill him right now because I've been dreaming of choking him out and making him dream about ants while I kill him. That's what she's saying to him psychically. And then Tony says out loud, don't worry, baby. I'll make all your dreams come true. And he put the ring on her hand, and now they engaged. And she was like, well, do you think we should? He's like, okay, Tony, go ahead and enjoy it because it's the first and last time you're ever going to touch me. And they'll kiss. And they're just pretending to kiss because, you know, they don't. Or do they like each other? Meanwhile, he's talking Phelon. He's telling him congratulations. And he's just like, well, can I come to the wedding? And Tony knows that if he tells him he can't come to the wedding, he's not going to show up. So he tells him no, because if he tells him no, he'll show up. Because the whole wedding is a ruse to get him to show up to the wedding by himself so they can ambush him. That's the whole point they're doing this. So they leave and that's it. So they're talking about the engagement and everybody's calling her, congratulations, Mrs. Stark. How long is the engagement going to be? Oh, the engagement going to be like a long, long, long time. He's like, nah, screw that. We're going to Vegas. And they're going to Vegas tonight. So they're riding, go to the hotel, they drink, they dance, they go upstairs. And that's when Tony's like, okay, honey, I got to go take care of some shit. You stay there. So while he's there, he goes to Zeke Stain's warehouse to raid it for all this shit that's in there. He's basically like stealing all his armory, stealing all his shit, everything he can, because he needs as many weapons he can to fight Orcus. So he goes in there and steal all this shit, even a weapon that makes weapons. He steals all that shit. And he calls this big pickup truck and loads everything in it. And he says Steve Rogers sent this guy to drive the pickup truck to get there. And the guy he sent was Deadpool. So Deadpool's driving the truck and he's wearing a Hawk baseball cap. Now, Eli, I'm going to test your knowledge. What is that a reference to?
A hawk?
Yes. He's driving a truck.
Oh, that space trucker guy? I can't.
No. You way off track. I'm going to give you one more hint and I'm going to tell you. Or at least what I think it is. I'll tell you. Okay.
Yeah.
Over the top.
Oh!
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Yes. Hawk, yes.
Hawk, yes.
I was thinking of that one trucker that drives through space.
Oh, no, I don't even know who that is, but
he's like in Avengers comics. He's like a space trucker. Go ahead. I'm going to Google that shit.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, that is definitely Sylvester Stallone, Over the Top, the greatest arm wrestling movie ever made. I don't care what anybody says.
The only one.
Probably so. Anyway, so Tony steals all Zeke Stain shit, and now it's time to go to the wedding chapel. Time to get married. He's gonna do it. He's like, it's the first time and only time I'm ever getting married. But he doesn't think Emma Frost is gonna show up anyway. Because like I said, Emma, before he left to go do that shit, she like, look, I gotta go stand up next to me and shit. So either if I don't show up, either I'm dead or I just changed my mind. So he shows up and turns out she does show up. And Tony's like, wow. And then he's like, wow. Like he like looking at her like, oh shit, I'm about to marry that. So Tony's just like, damn, I don't need to know the future. I know Emma Frost gonna break my heart. And I can't wait for that to happen. So they go into the chapel and she's like, you look beautiful. She's like, yeah, I know. So and then Phelong shows up by himself. He didn't bring Orcus and nobody would. He just shows up by himself. He's like, I'm see to watch y'all two get married. So, and he's the only one in the chapel with them and the preacher, and that's it. And she was like, are you ready? He's like, I'm ready. She's like, okay, when I take this ring off, it's on, Tony. We're going to do it. So she takes the ring off. She goes the rings off. She turns back to Emma Frost and she mind controls everybody in there. And then boom, Tony and Emma Frost like enter Phelong's mind, to find out the secrets that he has. So they go in there and they find Phelong and they find his memory and he's watching footage of Howard Stark and some metal that Howard Stark had found. And after he saw the footage, he burned the footage. So the only way this footage exists is in Phelong's head. Meanwhile, Emma Frost is rummaging through her head to find out more information. Tony is looking at the footage and Howard is talking back to him like, hello, Tony. And because he's looking at footage of his dad, footage he never seen before. So they're talking, he's telling about this metal that he found on some other planet or some other timeline or like that. And this is the metal that will change the world if I get my hands on it. Meanwhile, Phelong wakes up and like throws him like, Kia, bitch. Throws him off. He's like, you think I was stupid? You think I didn't know that was Emma Frost the whole time? And y'all did this shit to get me here? And while they're doing it, Emma Frost mind controls him some more, puts him down. And she like, no, I want to find out why he hates mutants so much, why he's been after so long. And then they find out his dirty secret. So apparently he is the son of mutants. But the mutants didn't hate him. He hated the mutants because he wanted powers and he didn't get powers. So that's why he hated all mutants. So, and that's when Tony's just like, oh, look, I got my information. I know what my dad knows. Do what you want to it. If you're going to kill him quick. And she's like, nah, I let him live because I need him to confess everything he's did. Killing him would be too easy. And matter of fact, I'm going to mind wipe him so he won't know anything that happened of this. So they go back to the wedding and they're married. So Tony Stark and Emma Frost are married. Well, technically not Emma Frost. Her secret identity of Hazel Kendall And basically, Tony's just like, look, when all this said and done, you can ditch this secret identity, say she died or like that, just go back to the X-Men, and we'll never mention this again. But anyway, they're officially married now. And they walk away, and then Tony's just like, look, I appreciate you coming to the wedding, but if you break in on our honeymoon, we're gonna have a problem. And then, oh yeah, you got some on your nose too, because they've been rummaging around in his mind and shit, you know. And then she hands him a napkin, and then they go back, and then that's it. So, and they realize the metal he was looking for was Mysterium, the X-Men metal that's been in the metal the whole time. They're like, this is the metal you need right here. I've been having it the whole time. It's like, oh shit, well, I need more of this. Like, how much? All of it. So the only way they can get it is in outer space somewhere. So yeah, and the next issue, Mr. and Mrs. Stark, to be continued. So yeah, so apparently they're going to join together and take over the Hellfire Club. So yeah, so Tony Stark is married to an X-Man.
I got it. His name is Ulysses Archer. U.S. Archer, trucker, space trucker.
I have no idea who that is. That is not looking for me at all. I don't know who the hell he is. I've never heard of that before.
He's a trucker in space.
That is some obscure shit right there, man.
US.
Oh, okay. U.S. Well, I've seen that cover before. Okay.
Yeah, he drives his trucks through space. So when you said, I thought you was going deep. You said you were testing my knowledge. So I was like,
not
shit.
Comic shit. I meant like 80s shit, man.
So I just saw the trucker hat.
You went deep with this one. I'm like, whoa. Pull back, Eli. Come back. Rein it in.
I was like, oh shit, he's putting me on the spot. I better pull something out of my ass. Like really twist up my ass and pull the shit.
Come back to the light, Eli. Come back to the light. You're too deep.
Yeah. So there we go. And you know he's gonna pop up. Hey, we saw it here.
Marvel movie?
Movie? He's gonna pop up. He's gonna pop up in Loki or
Disney
some shit.
Loki season 2. We called it right now. So yeah. we beat everybody.
He'll pop up in the Marvels or something.
Yeah.
And you know, he'll have like a 1-second cameo and YouTube will go crazy.
He'll be a black woman, so we won't know who he is. Yeah. So yeah. That was too far. My fault. That was too far.
And then all the whiny fanboys like, what the fuck? You ruined my favorite character.
Not my U.S. Archer space trucker. Hashtag.
What the fuck? This woke shit. Gender swapping my favorite character.
Oh.